Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 6 of this Pathfinder game that we here play on Saturday evenings.
Excuse me?
You know, the origami.
Let's
Why
get a
are
lucky
you like
Pathfinder.
this?
I hate myself and want to die.
Why are you like this?
Brain damage. No,
What are you talking about? We don't have no Dane Bramage.
Thank you, Dan. I was thinking it. With what little Dane I have left.
You're very Danish. Shut up.
Sorry. I'll use the F word.
Hey. That's our word. Hello, everyone. Something like some special verbal abuse. Welcome to start the session.
Yeah, special is one way to describe it.
It's very special when we're involved, I assure you. I've
The
missed
technical term is shenanigans.
a mechanical pencil. Hell yeah! All right, exactly what I need on as we're. Oh wait, there it is. Cat stole it as well as my hair tie that was on my desk. So hey, cool,
It's your own fault for having things.
right?
Like a cat.
So right.
You have to pick. Either you have things or you have a cat.
What was that?
Look, you have to pick. Either you have things or you have a cat.
At which point, the cat has things.
Exactly. Those are no longer your things.
So where we last left off, you guys had had just finished up the side mission that you picked up in Timsdale to take care of an orc infestation to the town. You met, I do believe, your a favorite NPC so far, the Leshy Pangolin. Healed you all exceedingly well. After some misadventures in Timsdale, you set out along the Eastern Road. And when you arrived, were through the crowd, found out and set upon by a very familiar Minotaur and his crew. There now. Which means time to roll initiative. Don't forget to, of course, set your...
Test one.
Hey, there you are.
Also, don't forget to reset any hero points if you used them.
Yep.
Well, you can just write on the tracker. There's a button click to just roll initiative there.
Yep. There sure is. Oh, all right, Lorenz. All right.
Just checking something here real quick.
That's fair. All right. Fairly low rolls actually for the attack for the Minotaur and his crew. That was a stealth roll.
I know, I can roll stealth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'd say you're currently surrounded by a crowd that I didn't want to throw so many fucking tokens into this map to go for. So I'll let you use stealth for it. Sure.
I also get that as a rogue.
Yeah.
Thank-
There is actually a way to. You don't have to roll stealth, by the way. You can literally just change what your initiative is on your character sheet.
Oh no, that's
Well, I'm going to be
that's
swapping between them personally.
I
That's
know.
the only reason.
I know you can do that on the fly on your character sheet. You don't have to roll a stealth skill check. You can still roll perception, but have it use your.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
It's the drop down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine says initiative, stealth.
Yeah, you did that automatically. Good for you. All right. Well then, begin. Oh, poor Maha.
Yeah.
To begin.
Especially because, well, technically, Linthatook is not out yet.
Yep. Time to get What? So I went to go open Spotify so that way we could have some nice background music for the fight and get myself totally DMCA'd. And installing Spotify.
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
it's updating it, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah. Quiet. Ba-ba-bum. Hopefully we won't get a DMCA'd like one of us. All right. There you go. So if anyone would like some combat background music, louder than I can play it on stream, there it is. Lorenz, it is your first turn. What?
sure. Sorry, I was looking up how heightened works for cantrips.
So we're all still level 2, aren't we?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite work for me yet.
Mhm.
I'm actually going to. I didn't even get to draw my sword before this fight broke out, so I'm going to interact to draw a weapon.
Okay.
And then I just had my character sheet up, but I closed it like a fucking idiot.
As you do.
So I'm going to cast Daze on the Minotaur.
Okay.
I need him to make a DC will save, DC 17.
Okay. Nat 20.
Okay.
Critical success.
So it still takes 3 damage.
Okay.
Actually, no. The way that when it has a basic save, if they succeed, they take half damage. If they crit succeed, they take no damage when it comes to basic saves.
Oh, okay. I can only go what off the spell actually gives me, so I actually didn't know that.
Right. Yeah, I can't remember where it was, but there was something I ended up reading to actually look into that. And yeah, when it says something calls for a basic save, crit success is no damage, success is half, fail is normal.
I think Daze is different because it says it deals damage, and then it makes a will save to. If it critically fails to save, it is stunned.
I'm pretty sure that stuff that has that damage. I think that's still the save is still attached to that. But let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, by that wording, the save isn't to save it from the damage; it's to save it from the stun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the use of the semicolon. It's 2 separate clauses. The jolt deals mental damage equal to the spellcasting modifier. The target must attempt a basic will save. Those are separated by a semicolon, so those are 2 separate clauses.
Yep. So, spell casting ability modifier, which is
3.
So he does take 3 damage. All right. We're up here's turn.
Here. Gonna go ahead and post it here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. It wouldn't do damage.
Fair enough. And that when we're keeping it that way.
Yeah.
And Dark Warrior is actually going to throw a javelin at you, Lorenz.
Okay.
$22.
That hits.
All right. Dork kind of comes running around this the broken down carriage cart, pulls out his javelin and just hucks it at you for a grand total of 6 damage. Ezelyn, your turn.
I'm going to draw my bow. Fire off a shot at the Minotaur.
Okay. Ooh, that's a hit.
I'm assuming during all of this, like the crowd is panicking and fleeing.
Oh yes, the crowd around you is absolutely just utterly panicking.
Guards help.
And as after firing the
Yeah.
arrow and seeing it hit, it's like, if you want me, come and get me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Damn. All right, that'll be your turn.
That's it.
Orc Warrior up here. And let's see, once he gets within... Yep, okay, he's going to throw his javelin... This one's going to throw his javelin at you. Okay. Using your nimble dodge, you're able to get out of the way quite easily as his javelin kind of goes hurling past you, and luckily over Fef's head.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I have to use that before the roll
Yes.
because the trigger is me seeing an attack.
Yeah, and if you just say, I'm going to nimble dodge. However, that being said, Pax, your turn.
All right.
Also, Aslan, he is definitely not pleased with yet again being stuck full of a fucking arrow.
That was the idea.
All right, so I'm going to use one action to draw my spike chain.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attempt to demoralize individually each of the two orcs.
Okay. So 2 different skill actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Targets will DC against my intimidation.
Okay. Roll intimidation twice. Okay, both succeed.
All right, so that's frightened 1 on each of them.
Yes.
And that ends my turn.
There. All right. Rush in. A powerful charge.
Wait, the Minotaur.
Oh, yes.
That's
Did you forget he was here?
there's more. That's not where that is on the initiative tree.
He goes right after Pax.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes after Paxton just before Fef.
Weird. It's not showing up like that for me. Hold on.
Maybe refresh.
Got to.
And because he moved at least 20 feet from his starting position, he roll 2d8 or 1d8 for damage. However, Horn Strike against you, Pack.
Mhm.
29 to hit.
That's a crit. I have 19.
Ooh.
Fuck. This is bad.
Right, so grand total is 37 damage.
I'm dead. I have 28.
I mean, you're not dead, you're unconscious, but no, you're not dead. That being said, you are now definitely unconscious.
Really very close to dead.
Well, no, because it doesn't do Pathfinder doesn't operate off the -10 rule.
Oh.
So yeah, the Minotaur swings in with a goring charge into the party, and catches Pax effectively in the fucking chest with his horn, before scraping him off and swinging with his great axe at you, Lorenz. For 29 to hit.
The crit.
Well,
We're dead.
Yeah, we're super.
We're super fucked.
oh
I'm down.
yeah.
Well, this is anticlimactic.
Beth, your turn.
Thinking real hard about bailing right now. Give me like, I'm weighing the pros and cons of just beating feet. Give me a sec.
Not necessarily the worst choice if you think you can make it.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
either run and let you guys die, or step forward and die, and then you guys die after me. Whatever. I'll move fucking into attack range.
Don't mind me just pulling up character creator.
I'm gonna do a punch.
Okay. Oh, where did you... Oh, you moved over Pax, got you. Okay, that hits.
And I will throw one more of those.
Okay. That does not hit, unfortunately.
Alright, that's what I could do. Bye, y'all.
Zendros, your turn.
Zendros will pull out one of his Kopesh, and then I'm gonna throw a Divine Lance.
Okay. At the Minotaur, I'm assuming?
Yes.
That unfortunately does not hit.
Yay! That's my turn.
Yeah, I feel that. I had to draw my weapon, cast a spell, and that was that.
Mahajapit.
Right. So fuck summoning Glinthatook. I am casting Hydraulic Push.
Okay. Range spell attack roll.
I'm hero pointing that.
Okay.
God fucking damn it.
Damn.
Alright, I guess I use my other action to cast Shield, and that's it.
Okay. The brute over here is actually going to trying to intercept the guards that are coming towards you guys, by the way. Off in that direction. Lorenz.
Yeah, what do I do?
Let's see. You can either make a You can do a recovery check, which is DC 10 plus your current dying value, which is at the moment.
Should be dying 1, isn't it?
Yes, it is dying 1.
Okay. So there's this little D20 icon right next to the whole dying wounded doom thing. Is that what I?
I believe so. We haven't used it in
Click the thing.
Oh no.
You can okay. So it goes up to 2 now.
Yep, dying.
And it is worth noting, because there is another use for your hero point. Use all of your remaining hero points to stabilize immediately.
Can I still do that?
It,
Or do I only go?
No, technically it has to be instead of doing your recovery roll.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to be sure the order in which these things could occur.
Right. And
Also, technically speaking, Lorenz should be moved to just before the Minotaur's turn in the initiative.
oh, you're right. You are correct. So we'll say that'll be your turn.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So the Orc Warrior over here is going to attempt to come after you, Azalin. Swing at his axe with his axe. Neck splitter.
Just checking something real quick.
12.
That misses.
Right. Guard's turn.
I think that frightened wears off now, by the way.
Yes.
The end of their turn.
Let's see. All just gonna together effectively. On the same, in the same initiative. Like. All right. Azaleen, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to move. Go back there. That's 2 moves, and the third action, I will take another shot at the Minotaur.
Okay. That'll hit. Damage.
And then, of course, after that one hits.
Right. Just
That's
another.
funny. I thought you wanted me and not your little lackeys come after me, huh?
In frustration. As yet another arrow just like sticks between the shoulder blade, at the back of his shoulder blades, effectively. That's the end of your turn.
That'll do it.
Right. This orc. Oh, who is still over here? Oh, I just realized. And gonna come in at you, Zendros, actually. A short sword.
Okay.
With an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Not a crit, though.
Nope. 17 AC. So.
First.
He's gonna hit you for 7 points of damage. Swing kind of comes in and it goes across, kind of, across your chest. Doesn't do immediately lethal damage, but it does hurt like a bitch. Now then, because it would be Pax would be actually technically in front of the Minotaur anyways.
Okay, so what happens if I manage to reduce my dying condition? Do I stand back up and immediately get whacked by the Minotaur?
No, you stabilize with 0 HP. You'd be unconscious, but you wouldn't be dying.
Okay.
but your wounded would go up by 1.
I have no idea how to do.
Can, however, again, also use your hero point to immediately stabilize and not roll effectively.
I don't even see where the things are to roll it.
So you see where like your current HP and max HP are?
Yes.
There's a little D20 next
Oh,
to
okay.
Yeah.
I'll take my chance with rolling it.
Okay. You are stabilized. Dying is reduced by 1. Your wounded goes up by 1, and you remain unconscious. You are still at 0, but you are not dying.
Okay.
Goodbye, everyone.
The Minotaur.
He can't charge at least. What?
Following Aslan's movement, turns, just handle them. Or going to move back the way he came, back towards Aslan, before running into actually a city guard who has made his way over to the fight, swinging with his great axe, hitting him, fortunately. And you guys just watch as the poor city guard just gets cleaved in two by the Minotaur before he steps over towards Aslan and has to end his turn there.
I had
Feth.
hoped. One moment.
One of the guards, I should say.
If I were... Oh, how do we get the ping to happen again?
Shift click or hold down.
If I were there, would that count as flanking still or no?
Sorry to
If you were,
interrupt.
yes, that would be flanking with Aslan. Yes.
It'll take all 3 of my actions to do that much movement, but fuck
There
it.
is also 2 orcs in your back line. Or
Oh,
an orc in your back
there
line,
are
right
2.
next to you.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. My character sheet was covering the one off to the
that's fair.
left.
That's fair. Yeah, there's one off to the left and one right next to you on the right. That one should know.
Alright, I guess I will move. I'll use one action to move in a really stupid way to avoid getting an attack of opportunity because I'm paranoid.
Fair.
Oh, I'm stuck on the
Oh, here.
fucking ruler.
There you go.
He's on the ruler selection.
Oh, yeah.
Like the top one on the right list.
Thank you.
There you go.
And now I get to sneak attack, technically.
You
He
get,
would be flat-footed.
yeah, it would be flat-footed. So yeah. You are correct.
I'm gonna hero point that.
There. That'll hit. Okay. You managed to, as you sneak up behind this, and that's with your sneak attack bonus too. Yeah, good job. As you come up behind this orc, focusing on Zendros and Mahajap at this moment, you manage to get in a pretty damn good sucker punch right between 2 like pieces of his fucking armor, and just and it just kind of turns around, looks at you, just oh shit. As he looks around and realizes, oh, Not in a
Then
good
I will
position.
go in for one more of those.
Okay. Right, because it is for action.
Nah.
Unfortunately, just barely does not hit.
And that'll be turn.
Zendros, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna cast my 2-action heal on Lorenz, and that is 1d8 plus an additional 8.
Okay.
I guess it didn't roll. Hold on a sec. There we go. I had to actually click on the roll.
That's fair. So Lorenz, you are healed for 6 plus an additional 8, which
14.
14, yeah. Your wounded goes up to 1, but your dying goes down to 0.
Yeah.
You are conscious again.
And then...
Wounded means the next time you go down, your dying will all be increased by 1.
I wasn't. For some reason, I was thinking it affected your rolls.
And then I'm going to use my last action to slash with my Kopesh at the orc in front of me.
Okay.
Um,
Lorenz, you are awake and you are alert.
I'm going to hero point that.
Okay. You are, however, also still prone.
What's that?
Oh, no, I was telling TJ that he is still prone.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
That's a crit.
Oh, there we go.
Hot damn.
The tides, they begin to turn. Yeah, as you just, in a pretty good single swing with your Kopesh, you just pull it out, and with a fairly powerful swing, you just managed to decapitate this orc.
I still have my reaction, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Death's Call then.
Nice. Okay.
So that, let me see. Yes, that's right. I can just, yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Gain temporary hit points equal to the level plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Your spellcasting ability is charisma. That's 3 plus its level, which is 1. So you get 4 temporary HP.
All right.
All right, Mahajapit, it's your turn. Seeing this orc head just go, being cleanly separated from its body right in front of you.
Just watching as it topples down, suddenly just sort of folding the hands in front of him. Ma just kind of utters almost a bit of a silent prayer, as then he says, Glinthatook, if there's ever a time I've needed you, it's now. And using my 3 actions to summon him.
Okay.
Gonna put him...
There you
I don't know why I put that.
I'm gonna
in
summon him there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Funny
that is all 3 of my actions, though.
go. Fair.
put that in chat just as I was reading the exact same spell in my spell book, by the way.
Like,
Took.
I hit a key and like a number key or something, and it bumped it in there. So
Yeah. As the pale life force leaves the orc warrior's body into Zindras, Mahajapit with his sigil begins to glow green, and out of mist forms the still fairly small for admittedly what a dragon should be, but fairly big admittedly, Glinthatook materializing into the material plane next to you all.
Fucked up.
Roar.
A whole bunch of fucked up shit just happened.
And he just comes out, just beware. I live. As the soul orc brute goes to trying to effectively hold off the city guard that is now approaching in force. Yeah, that hit. With his knuckle dagger, actually. That guard just going in and trying to be as much of a threat as possible. As holy shit, this John Wick ass orc it just starts going toe to toe with city guards. Before pulling back, actually. Lorenz, it's your turn.
I rise.
You rise and you're in a lot of pain, but you're awake.
Standing now, snarling in infernal, actually looking to the orc to my left and casting. Yeah, because I've got 2 of these nowadays. Yeah, casting Chilling Spray.
Ooh, okay.
So I need him to make a save DC 17 reflex, not a basic save, by the way.
Okay. Reflex save.
DC 17.
19.
Okay, so he will take half damage from this.
Okay.
For
3 damage because it gets rounded down.
The rules on that are really inconsistent. Look at them as written.
It's because specifically it mentions at one point early in the book, it just says, unless it specifies, round down always, effectively.
Okay.
So, yeah. But he does take, pretty cold damage. Just,
Again, just even after the spell is over, Lawrence is just screaming in pure infernal at this point.
Okay.
Some of it is language, some of it is just enraged demon speak, basically.
Right.
Aslan knows the naughty words that you're saying.
None of them. It's all blood oaths.
Chilling Spray is a 15-foot cone. Not be close enough.
Oh, damn it! I thought he was close. I measured wrong. Well,
Yeah, there's
yeah,
a cone tool, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it then. Oh, god damn it. Well, there goes a lot. Rescind Chilling Spray then and replace it with Produce Flame.
That's fair. Back up to full.
I have to roll a regular ass spell attack.
Believe.
That does not hit.
I scrap Lauren to make a new character.
That's
That's my turn.
The Orc Warrior, kind of ducking down from the fire spell as it goes overhead, just turns to try and get in closer effectively and re-engage with you, Lorenz.
Okay.
So it does not have his... He hits. He does not crit. For 6 damage. So he gets in kind of good with the armor, but he doesn't... Not... You're feeling... You're feeling bad, but you're not feeling the worst you felt in the last 7 minutes.
7 minutes is a short time span. I'm back to 8 health.
7 minutes, like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Global saturation.
18 seconds. In a general time of 7 minutes. Anyways, the guards begin to move in again, moving in again. This time being much more careful around the single orc brute that is engaged those two. However, one of them does kind of call out to you guys. Do you need assistance?
Shoot him a bloody glare.
That's not a language! I need verbal communication!
Probably not. No, we're good.
Okay! And then he kind of...
Thank you.
It's like, I don't understand what a glare is! As he spins back around, gets in between, behind this orc and stabs in with his spear. Being about as competent as a city guard usually is. However, the other guards begin to move in as well. Again, that one actually hits. Well done, well done, Mr. Guard. Well done. As he stabs in, flanking actually cool. And this one, well, assist the dear friend Jim. And hits, stabs in with his spear. You've noticed these guards are all equipped with. Manages to get in a fairly good hit actually on the. And in a startling twist of the orc being John Wick, this guard immediately begins to come in and gets 2 fairly good stabs in on the orc as well. With now it effectively being neck and neck. Azalin, you get a good look as what looks to be a kind of a higher rank guard approaches and kind of gets in right next to you. And with a and as he comes in and actually manages to get in close and to take a swing with a battle axe that he's actually got rocking. And chunks the Minotaur for 11 points of damage with his battle axe, just coming in right on the shoulder. Looks at you, you look more like a ranged fighter. You keep back, I'll keep him steady. And as this guard comes in, striking at the Orc Brute. Strike again. And as the 4 town guards surround this poor Orc Brute like the copy machine in fucking Office Space, just start stabbing the orc repeatedly into the dirt until he stops moving. Aslan, your turn.
Kind of give a taunting smile to them. Well, it seems you'll finally have caught up to me. Whatever shall a poor little archer do? As I jump up to basically do 1 kick to the head and then springboard off, is basically just for styling. Basically flurry of blowing with melee strikes.
Okay.
Alright, so strike 1. And
Not hit.
Strike 2.
Not hit.
I'm gonna hero point that last one.
Okay.
And hope for the best.
Not
Yeah,
hit.
Well, either way, after that, then I
Right.
will basically springboard off 5, 10. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Let's see. All right, Pax. Are still unconscious.
Yeah, he's stable.
But you are stable. Yes.
Yep. Pretty much fuck all I can do.
You actually naturally return. Well, actually. No, yeah, you are unconscious until you receive healing.
Yep. Yeah,
Minotaur.
fuck all I can do.
Yeah, unfortunately. Just staring at this guard captain, this, dashing human guard captain, who's just strode in and managed to hit him pretty good with his battle axe. What in the fuck is happening? As he swings in with his great axe to try and get in at this guard captain.
Dead.
And just to hit him.
Dead.
He gets a pretty good swing for 15 damage. As he just chunks in, and you can see his breastplate dent. And even cuts in through the breastplate a little bit where he cuts through before pulling out. And the guard captain just... I thought Minotaurs were supposed to be tough. And the Minotaur just... What in the fuck? Before... Frankly, just looking at Aslan, tracking her movement, and attempting to follow after her. Not really giving much attention to the guards. None of which have attacks of opportunity. Beth, it's your turn. There is still one orc in your back line.
There's a penalty for shooting through allies, right?
-1.
Alright, we're gonna take a gamble then. Using all my actions to draw a load and then fire my crossbow. at
Okay.
The orc.
Into the orc?
I don't actually know it at the Minotaur. I believe in our back line to be able to handle one orc.
Okay.
What is the orc wearing, by the way?
He is wearing...
Ooh.
a breastplate. That'll hit. Okay. As you effectively tell this guy, "Ah!" And the bolt strikes true and actually manages to embed itself. You're not entirely sure where, but it looks very close to where the around the collarbone area. As the Minotaur, ah, 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 ah. Zendros, it's your turn.
You didn't have to start this. It didn't have to go this way.
Okay, so second verse, slightly different from the first. Gonna do the same 2 action heal, but this time to Pax.
Okay.
So that would be 12.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to point at this orc in front of us and rasp out in a very ghoulish sounding tongue, which necro. You will die, and I'm just going to throw out Soul Siphon.
Okay.
I think that was a damage roll. My bad.
Yeah, that was a damage roll.
But it is a Fortitude save.
Yes, and don't forget with Death's Call as well as now Soul Siphon, you both of your focus points.
I have 3 actually because I took a feat.
That's right. But you are now suffering from effects of your
Yep.
of your oracular curse. A Fortitude save.
Oracular curse only go up when you use focus spells?
Yes.
Yeah, the curse bound stuff, yeah.
I figured, but I was also afraid that like every spell you threw out was going to have a chance to do that, and I just didn't understand how that was working.
Unfortunately, he did actually crit succeed on his Fortitude save, taking no damage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn though.
Yeah, Fortitude is actually Orc's highest resistance, fortunately.
Oh well.
Mahajapit, it is now your turn.
Muppet.
Mapajapit.
Muppa Huppet.
Mama Hodget.
Stop it.
Kermit the Frog.
So I think what I'm going to actually end up doing, I'm going to use 2 actions to cast Evolution Surge.
Oh boy. Okay.
The effect I'm going to use is Glinthatook is going to have a 20-foot status bonus to his speed now.
Okay.
So I imagine seeing
Motherfucking get some.
yeah, Mahad brings his hand over the glowing claw sigil at his shoulder, and as it glows brighter, you see just the muscles in Glinthatook's legs just swell. And then for second bit, I'm going to use my last action to act together. For Maha, he's going to use guidance on Glinthatook.
Okay. Okay. As Glinthatook just, you guys see the dragon's arms and legs, arms/legs, swell, and just power. And with the guidance especially.
Yeah, and yeah, Ma just kind of like gives him a quick look, and there's a slight glint of green in his eye as he says, "Well, get at him then." And gonna have Glinthatook use his action to start bolting off at the Minotaur.
Okay.
That is all 3.
All right. Lawrence, your turn. As you hear packs begin to stir behind you.
I am going to, now that he's close enough, and fuck it, yeah, let's go all in. We'll move everybody is quite a few times at this point. Lawrence just grabs the base of the blade of his sword, and it begins to crackle with violent lightning, imbuing the bastard sword with shocking grasp, and taking a big old 2-handed chop.
For a moment, you see fear in the orc's eyes.
Unfortunate that it's too late for that now.
Can orcs feel pain? God, I hope so.
Me from behind him. Yes.
All right, that will hit.
Okay, so I'm going to do the weapon damage first, just because it's smart.
Yep. Okay.
And then doing the spell attack now.
Oh.
I'm going to hero point that.
Okay. That was almost a nat 20.
Who gets a +1 because he's wearing metal armor too.
Oh, that's right. Correct. Unfortunately, just does not. The sword comes in and manages to get right through the breastplate, but the electricity seems to just kind of diffuse around him as opposed to.
I get another chance at this next round.
Yep. Orc warrior, actually, who's now standing face to face with you, just and actually strikes at you with his fist. Pooh! 19 to hit.
That hit.
5 damage. And you fight like an orc. Good. We're coming in with another swing. At this point, actually, just Complain dropping his short sword and just coming in with his fists instead. 18 to hit.
That is exactly my AC.
So that...
Meet or exceed, isn't it?
That's right.
Or exceed AC, so that will hit.
I'm go down again.
5 damage.
I'm down.
Yeah.
And the spell sword goes out.
So because you had wound. Nope. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, you are unconscious again, dying 2. But and that's it. But before actually beginning to move in towards you, Zindros, for his turn ends. Now the guard battalion. I'll just do all their turns at once. Just start swinging in on this Minotaur. Just wailing on him. Miss. Miss. Or attempting to wail on him, I should say, and miss. In here. Critical success. This guard that's barely hanging on to fucking life. Like, you guys can see, he's just got blood running down his chest from from what the orc did to him, and he just stabs in with his spear, hitting the Minotaur for 10 points of damage before coming in again. And unfortunately missing with a follow-up, but, I mean, still managing to crit. As the guards begin to just surround the Minotaur, who has allowed himself to be outmaneuvered thanks to being so obsessed with trying to get to Azalin. Holy shit, that actually hit. The guards, effectively starting to just a thousand cuts this Minotaur, as all the guards that are still standing are just coming in. That hits. Bloodying the Minotaur at this point, as how funny that the Bullman is getting stabbed to death by spears. As the guard captain himself, what? As the guard captain himself effectively completes the cup maneuver behind this Minotaur and attempts to swing in twice, and misses both times, unfortunately, as the blood loss is beginning to affect him. As Azalin, it is your turn.
I'll stay here for a moment and let the Minotaur watch as I assume my monastic archer stance.
Oh boy!
And it is time for Flurry of Bows.
That does not hit. That does hit.
And then he has to make a DC 18 Fortitude save.
Fort save, okay. He makes it.
Okay, so he's not stunned.
He makes it, though, by a lot less than you'd think, considering he has a plus 13 to Fortitude.
He's a Minotaur, I suppose that makes sense.
And then Aslan, oh, you were so close to catching me. 5, 20, 25, 30.
Fuck!
Why do you antagonize him?
Pax.
Because antagonizing him has been getting him to follow me.
You see in red.
Aha.
He's gonna kill all those poor guards in his next turn.
Pax, it is your turn.
All right, so take an action to rise.
Okay. Yeah, you are conscious again.
Like it's not my fault that the guards got
That's
in the
not-
way for me.
There we go.
Okay, so that's 1. I will use step action to go just right there, so he's flanked and because he is flanked, he is flat-footed, which means I get sneak attack. So
Because you do. 1 second.
he's considered flat-footed to me.
Right.
So
No, I'm just double checking something real quick. Okay, nope, you're good. Carry on.
Jesus fuck me.
Yeah, unfortunately, even with the flanking, that does not hit. Unless you like to use your hero point, but that's up to you.
Yeah, fuck it. I will.
Okay. That does hit. With the flanking, luckily. Oh, that's enough to absolutely murk him.
That's why I was willing to use the hero point.
That's fair. As you wrap your chain around him and just in typical PAX fashion, as you guys have seen before, admittedly, Zendros, it's a little close for comfort for you. You watch as the spike chain just snaps the spike chain tight around the orc, and just these spikes come in, pierce the orc flesh, and just right down he goes.
Who,
Why we
very,
can't stay in one town.
very unfortunately got front row seats to a gallery show.
Yes,
Ah.
as orc blood just showers over you, Zendros. The Minotaur, now thoroughly surrounded by guards. Almost thoroughly surrounded, anyways. And watching as Aslan now retreats even further away. I'll be back for you lot. Before he begins to run off into the desert.
Goodbye.
How roughed up has he been looking?
Exceedingly. Exceedingly. Like,
So, real quick, how far does he actually get?
I mean,
Because
I would say he was actually he's like 10 feet further to the east. Or to the south, technically.
How do range increments work in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, please?
You take a penalty outside your, like if you try to shoot out of your range increment, don't you?
Every range increment increases the difficulty by 2 to a max range of basically once you have a plus 10 difficulty, that's an impossible shot, and you can no longer take that distance.
Right.
Yeah, at a max of 5 complete range increments.
Right. So yeah, I'd say he's like 10 more space off the board. Or 2 more spaces off the board.
Okay.
So he would be, from you, Fef, he would be 100 feet.
Oh, he's within range. I'm gonna pop that shot.
Okay. Using an action to reload and then fire. And another
Yep.
action to fire. Okay.
Ah.
Unfortunately, not quite. Not just you take the shot off, you arc it up to try and like get it, poof, and it lands just a little bit short.
I'm still taking my last action to load again because I swear to God I'll take another one at a penalty.
That's fair. That's fair. Zendros, your turn.
I'm just gonna use my 3-action heal to heal everybody around me.
Okay, emanation heal.
Yep.
That is 6 plus
It's just 6.
just the 6. Okay. So everyone around you gets healed for 6. Lorenz, you are of course no longer dying. You are now wounded 2. You are still prone.
Yes.
But you are awake. Oh, and as everyone around Zendros feels a lot better.
Better the word.
Better than they were a few seconds ago.
Not wounded too a few seconds ago.
No, but you were dying. Too. So, Mahajapit, your turn.
All right. So let me see. Actually, I think I will. So I'm going to Ma is going to start moving towards the Minotaur to be able to stay in range of Glinthatook.
Okay.
This is with an act together, by the way, so
Right.
they're both moving. Glinthatook, since the evolution surge lasts for a minute, he still has his 20-foot bonus.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's my first action.
Right. And he's about 20 feet away at this point. Because he is slightly further
Right.
off the map.
Right.
Breath weapon?
It's either breath weapon or move in to attack, and I don't know whether it's better to try and have him make a reflex save or to go in to actually get the swing.
Breath weapon.
Because if you try to move in, he's just going to leave again.
He's
I-
gonna
I-
try to leave regardless.
He's done
He's
with our
going to
shit.
try and leave regardless, but it's... There's also the fact that the breath weapon is just a 1d6. Tail slam would be a d8 plus 3.
Oh.
So yeah, I think I am actually going to have Glinthatook move to close the distance and go for a tail slam.
Okay.
Shit.
That'll hit.
Do it for old Gaffer.
But
So yeah, again, with this speed bonus, just Glinthatook just tearing through the fucking sand and then leaping and bringing the tail around to crack on his back.
okay. As the tail comes to bear, and you hear a very loud snap as that tail connects, and the Minotaur stumbles as he's running. Oh! Before catching himself with one hand and just kind of pushing himself back up. Very, very bloodied. By the way, Glinthatook turning into a fucking Doberman Pinscher.
Remember, he's a straight up goddamn Rottweiler at this point.
Not
I
wrong.
believe the phrase is the chopper sick balls.
Lorenzi, your turn.
At this point, there's fuck all I can do. So Lorenz just kind of sits up in the sand, basically. Wipes some dried blood from this, or wipes some blood from the sides of his mouth. Just kind of sits there in the sand with the sword in his lap.
Right. So the guards are actually not do much of anything either. So they're just gonna start kind of trying to restore order as they see the Minotaurs running away. Job well done for the Gugrait City Watch. Excellent. Go us, Doctor. Aslan.
Yeah, he is unfortunately at the mercy of a party that is actually really good at running and ranging.
Yeah.
Aslan will move to get a nice straight line shot on the Minotaur.
Mm-hmm. Keeping in
And,
mind that it would be a -1 at this part just because Glinthatook is right on the south tip as well.
Yeah, well, I should have taken the shots first.
It's still only a -1.
Flurry of bows. Oh, come on.
God, if we could roll better than fucking like 10s tonight, that'd be great.
No, Aslan will
I believe in
keep
us.
up. She'll keep up. Basically, she's going to keep up the pursuit and
Okay. Nope, that's fair.
but keeping enough distance so that if the Minotaur decides to turn around and come after her, it'll still take all this time to get to her.
That's fair. Pax. Your turn.
Although she is a little close. Oh well.
She is quite close, but
But Glinda took's there as a distraction.
yes.
That is my entire turn.
Okay. The Minotaur, which at this point is just... Ooh, he's fucked up. He's not having a good time. He's just going to keep running. Just all of his movement. Running off into the desert.
How much movement is that?
It's a lot.
All told, it would be 75 feet.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, as he gets to about the full 75 feet, you all do see an airship, a very familiar airship, beginning to kind of swoop in and down and towards him. Fef, your turn.
I will take the -2 because he is within like 2 range increments still. Because 120 on a crossbow.
Right, he's at 175 now.
Yeah, so I'll take the -2. Or is it -1? I think it's -2. Hold on, I have the
-2.
-2, yeah.
Yep. It would be -2.
So that'll be 22.
That'll hit. Well, Fef, how do you want to do this?
Nice.
I mean, I'll just plant it square in the between the shoulder blades, right in the spine, do it professional like.
You guys watch as Fef kind of... Okay. Fire! Pew! And you watch as this bolt just ping! You see it glinting off the sunlight as it goes streaking through the air, up over everyone's head, over Glintatuk. Just, oh, damn, that's a good shot. And from downtown, right through the spinal cord, right out the neck, the front of the neck, you see it just go straight down into the sand as the Minotaur's bulk just... Everything goes very, very still.
He's gonna look over at the guards and shrug.
No, all the guards just... Well done. That's
Actually,
long.
gonna look at the part. It very suddenly dawns on Fef. Wait, if he's dead, we don't have anything else to worry about, do we? Really, aside from that airship up there, I suppose.
I suppose.
Still more worry than I'd like, but that's one big issue out of the way.
And you see, actually, as the Minotaur falls into the sand, the airship immediately just begins to...
Oh, fuck that!
Shit! You all get 160 points.
What a very specific number.
Yes, it's almost like I planned it.
Oh boy.
Congratulations. After a very scary combat encounter, you have reached level 3.
That was looking so fucked at the start.
Everybody's gonna have to take them a nap for a few
Oh,
weeks in
God.
town.
God damn.
Well done, everyone.
Like Straight up, thank God the fucking city guard actually does something here.
Yeah. Honestly, I remembered the bear encounter from the first campaign, so I was like, I may want to throw in some additional support for the party just in case.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you guys to need it that early, but
Twin crits. Like, the Minotaur's first engagement with the party was twin fucking crits.
yeah, that was not great for you guys.
Which, even if that Javeliner hadn't hit me with his fucking throwing spear, that crit still would have taken me down from full health.
Yeah.
I was also not expecting the sudden charge with the bonus damage to crit.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a chance to do much.
No.
Relatable.
Oh yeah. Also, something else that I actually saw on reading the dying, something that isn't stated. Like, it's very specific spots where it's stated. Apparently, if the thing that takes you down to 0 is a crit, you start at dying 2
It's
instead
true.
of dying 1.
Huh.
Okay. That makes sense also, though.
I mean, I didn't get dropped again, so it's a moot point, but it is something to keep in mind.
Yes.
Right.
Guards kind of. The guards begin to come up to you guys and just okay. So the guard captain especially kind of starts delegating. Okay, you, and you. Take the wounded to the infirmary, to a Medicae or Chirurgian, healer, Chirurgian, whatever. And before kind of even despite the blood still kind of pouring from his very heavily dented and broken at this point chest piece, just kind of wanders up to you, Aslan, just, so I don't suppose you would mind telling me what that was all about.
We had a run-in with him in the past. He shot down our airship. Tried to steal something from us.
Well,
After I shot him.
I
After he
gathered.
attacked us.
I had somewhat gathered that that might have been that he might have just experienced some repeat in his life. Well, welcome to Gugrait. It's normally not that exciting. It's not here on the western entrance.
Well, if it's not that exciting here, mind telling us where it is exciting so that we can stay the hell away?
Well,
I've had enough excitement for one day.
that is very fair. That is very fair. You've actually come at a very exciting time, if you'll forgive the saying, given the circumstances. Actually currently the summer festival. So, as you might be able to tell, he kind of motions up to the city behind him, and you see all the multicolored banners that you'd seen as you were approaching the city, kind of flapping in the breeze and whatnot. Just people from all over have come around to visit the city and partake in the festivities. So, at the very least, you've come at the right time to hopefully be able to unwind. He kind of pulls off his helmet and kind of just slicks his hand through his hair. A human, roughly 6'5", I would say. Just broad shoulders, barrel chested, like full on. Oh gosh, I forget the comic book artist.
Liefeld?
Yeah,
Liefeld?
Liefeld. Yeah, like half Liefeld.
Oh man, but he's got no feet and too many pouches.
That's why I said half. He's got proper feet. And he only has
reasonable amount of pouches.
a reasonable amount of pouches.
What color is his hair?
Blonde.
You just gave us a competent Zap Brannigan. I hate you.
I hate you.
You literally gave us guard captain Zap Brannigan.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah. He's reading into how negative levels work.
No, I'm just looking into what the equivalent of sudden infant death syndrome would be for a half-orc in his 20s.
A heart attack.
I'm sorry, 30s.
Minotaur.
Yeah, a Minotaur. Minotaur comes back from the dead, just, bitch!
Minotaur crit sudden charges how isekais happen in Pathfinder.
It is the truck that you save the child from.
Right. Fucking, Pax and, Pax got tackled by got charged by the Minotaur, woke up in fucking Blades of the Dark.
He was trying to save me, the child, from the Minotaur, but we both got hit by the bus, and that's the whole twist with this isekai.
Woke up in Shadowrun.
Yep. I was tossed into an isekai with the kid I tried to save.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, that actually would be interesting, wouldn't it?
I'd watch that, for sure.
That definitely started as a jump joke, and then I came around to it.
But in the isekai world, would the kid be the hero and the guy that tried to save him be like a kid
absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure. The kid would absolutely be the fucking, like, hero, and then the dude that saved him would just be, like, the sidekick.
But he's got a greater knowledge of what's going on, so that's how they play the whole thing up, is he feeds the kid information, and that's why the kid looks like a big damn hero.
Right, exactly. And in the end, it's actually a very wholesome fucking story about, like, reaching out and helping, and just in general, just good life lessons all around.
Oh, and officially stating for the record, Aslan now has a 50-foot move speed.
Jesus.
Oh shit, I'm a dum-dum. Jake, what was my last max HP? Can you see that?
No, I cannot.
Fuck. Alright, well, 18's fine. I'll just have to leave it like that, because I don't
It
remember.
was 28 from the looks of it.
Oh, it's 28. Okay, so I should have 28 current HP then. Because it should be 10 under max, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you can actually go knock your level back down to 2, technically, and it will automatically do the health.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it would affect feats or anything.
It shouldn't. Oh, wait, I
Nope.
just realized these are not your current. Moment. I'll lose vision.
Ah, I'm blind.
No, skill proficiency going up only applies to skills, not combat things. Those, as CJ said, those go up at their own level increments.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it has to be skills or like lore skills.
Right. And, well, welcome to Gugrait. Thank you for helping us, for assisting us with those pirates. That was terrifying. Utterly terrifying. I don't want to repeat that anytime soon.
You and me both.
May I ask your names?
Get the hard one out of the way first. Mahajapit, at your service.
He kind of stares at you for a second, just
Before he opens his mouth, just Maha's fine.
And he kind of Mahajapit. Thank you for your assistance. And he kind of looks over at where Glinthatook is. I can only assume just chewing into the Minotaur and act like a fucking German Shepherd tearing into a fucking like chew toy.
It just kind of like silently like whispers while also saying it telepathically to him. It's just like, you don't even need to eat though. Why?
And then you see him pause, look up, look towards you, and you hear in your head, I thought it would be funny.
You see, my boy, for the lulls.
Shit.
Was it funny? In your head, was it funny?
This just telepathic is like, all right, a little bit.
Also, from what I can tell, he does not have anything on him except for his axe.
Good to know. Good to know.
Guard captain kind of reaches down, offers you a firm handshake, Maha.
I return it.
Yes.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it. And he kind of in turn introduces, oh, my name is Tim Warner, captain of the guard here at the western entrance to Gugrait. I will put in a good word for during the incident report that I have to write for this, and with luck, well, the other guards and the guards in the other garrisons will know of your bravery today. Since you seem to know how to fight, if you're looking for a challenge, a more contained environment, as he kind of looks back over towards the Minotaur for a second before looking back, one of the big attractions of the summer festival is the arena. Fighting for riches, glory, fame, that sort of thing against various creatures and monsters captured from around the Empire.
Aslan's gonna turn to the rest of it. Does someone have a knife I can borrow for a little while?
And he kind of, actually, Guard Captain Warner kind of reaches down, pulls out a side knife from his belt, and just kind of, if you promise to return it.
I will, as soon as I reclaim the Minotaur's horns. It will make a nice bow.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of, that's fucking brutal.
She has a good point, though.
She
He
does.
deserves it.
And kind of hands the knife over, just, and then once Aslan is far enough away, just kind of looks down, looks around to us. She just, is she always like that? What the fuck?
You get used to it.
Who you?
Shrug.
Okay, correction.
She's just being pragmatic. And an asshole.
Okay, correction. Do you want to get used to it? What the fuck?
Oh, you have no idea the things I watched happen when that fight started, okay?
Lawrence is indeed, by the way, still sitting on the ground with the sword in his lap.
Oh, all the way back there, basically.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And yes, Aslan is going to go carve off the Minotaur's horns.
Okay. Tell you what. You gain 2 Minotaur horns. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It's a little early. However, if you guys would like, since I know a lot of you guys are wanting to level up right now, we can take our mid-session break a little early. Give you guys a chance to level up, and of course, bathroom, snacks, what have you, or drinks.
Be down with that.
And we'll be back in, say, probably 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then stream, taking a short break. We'll be back, which means I'm actually going to open chat. Take a look. Oh, hey, what do you know? We got Vander, we got Tesseract. Hi.
He's a friend of mine.
What's good, everyone? But yeah, we'll be back shortly.
Yeah, Jake, basically I would like to use the Minotaur horns as components to go to a crafts person to have a composite longbow crafted out of them.
That's fair. I'm sure you'll be able to find someone in the city.
All right, I will be back in a minute. I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
Do we max HP when we level up or nah?
No, you just however much HP you were down, you stay that much down from
Oh, well, I was at
your new
full
max
then.
HP. So if you were down 10 HP, you stay down 10 HP.
Right, but if I was full, then I should still be.
Yeah,
at
if you were full, then
Okay.
you stay full. Yes.
That's an Artemis.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So who else thought we were going to completely fucking bite it?
Me.
Pretty
It
much
was,
all of us, and I was like just desperately healing to keep you guys alive. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, that was.
It's always funny because I always like when we get into shit like this, I'm like, okay, I guess I just get to be the WoW healer this fight. Just fucking.
Look, I knew Minotaurs had sudden charge because I was like link clicking, and it's like a feat for barbarians, and if you click through, it tells you what other things have it. I was not expecting to crit, and there's a reason I didn't move from in front of you.
Yeah,
Were the
I'm
healer.
thankful for that.
I could have moved. There's a reason I did 2 intimidates and then stood there. I didn't want to, but like if you go down, we're kind of in a not good spot.
Well, it's gonna be even better now because, like I mentioned, I took Shield Other.
So what does that do?
So I get to forge a temporary link between my target's life essence and my own, and the target I pick takes half damage from all effects that deal HP damage, and I take the remainder of the damage. When I take damage through it, you don't apply any resistances, weaknesses, or other abilities you have to that damage, you simply take it. The spell ends if the target is ever more than 30 feet away from you. If either you or the target is reduced to 0 hit points, any damage from the spell is resolved, and then the spell ends.
Okay, that probably will help.
Yeah,
Just,
it's gonna
just
be
siphoning the damage to himself instead of.
gonna be super useful. Plus that Death's Call that I have that gives me temporary HP if I do that to something dying. I also took Death Knell, so I get to do the same thing basically, except they have to attempt a will save, and if I kill it, I gain 10 temporary HP and a +1 status bonus to attack and damage rolls for 10 minutes.
Woof.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be super fucking tank, basically.
I'm trying to figure out what spells I want to take because I get 2 level 2 spells. Only one spell slot for them yet, but
Real quick, does anyone in the party have healer's tools and the capability to use them?
Yes, actually, let me.
Just takes training in medicine, right?
Yes, which I have. That is automatically
right there.
as a Bones Oracle. I am automatically trained in medicine. So
Sick.
I have
Asselin is
medicine.
also trained in medicine, so if she had a
Yep,
healer's
same,
she
but-
could help.
There's at least 3 of us then.
Super sick. Just because the wounded condition is removed instantly if you're treated with if you hit with a treat wounds action, or if you go to full HP and then rest for 10 minutes. So basically, as long as somebody can treat wounds on me, that wounded goes away.
okay,
So we need healer's tools, though.
I have healer's tools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I bought some at the start of the campaign because
Yeah,
I
that's-
figured. Ooh.
Right. No, that's smart. That's why I qualified that statement when I asked was, does somebody have healer's tools and the ability to use them?
Oh, okay.
Cool. Awesome. So that is that made a non-issue then.
I gotta check and make sure I don't have anything else that I can do for 3rd level.
Now I have to pick a skill I want to increase.
2nd level spells, general feat.
Oh yeah, I did all that while I was listening to the guard captain talk.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah.
I'm really close to being done. I just need to figure out. Let me see.
Oh, and TJ, I do have expert in survival now with forager, so that's
Sick.
8
Yep.
creatures I can forage for.
Also, relevant knowledge to you then as well. I just took expert in crafting,
Nice.
and I also have like the basic book of recipes and shit, so I don't have to. Basically, your bow, as you are looking into it, is something I could actually feasibly make.
I'm not sure what I actually want to put my skill increase into.
I can't make magical items yet. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hello, chat.
I had to remind myself what signature spells do again, but I've got it now. So basically, I can pick one of my fucking spells to essentially heighten.
yeah.
It can be cast at whatever level.
Yeah,
want
so basically, I can take my heal and make it as yeah.
Yep,
So
make it signature so you can
That's
use it.
what I'm gonna do. So
Because otherwise, non-signature spells you have to actually learn at each level that you'd want to be able to cast it at.
Right.
Yep.
This is, by the way, is kind of why I was hoping we'd get to that fight at the end of last week's session, but of course, with losing the hour, that just wasn't really feasible. That way, you guys would have had effectively all week to kind of level up. But hey,
Right.
it's all good.
So Aslan's trained in crafting, but she doesn't have the tools to.
And that was something I picked up in one of the towns previous to.
Oh, I mean, she could buy the tool, but yeah. Either way, she'll still have to get the 20 gold pieces worth of materials, which I suppose the Minotaur horn would count for some of it.
Yeah. Because it's gold value in materials.
Right.
Ooh. So how's that for a way to start the fucking session?
Intense. Holy shit.
Actually, another reason that Aslan would have probably wanted to make an example out of the Minotaur by using its horns as a weapon is it performed an act that was anathema to her deity.
Yeah.
Neglected his defenses.
Yeah.
That'll do it. He did indeed do the fuck out of that.
Artemis is being adorable. So you guys want a few more minutes, or
Yeah, give me a little bit. I'm trying to figure out spells to take.
that's fair.
Yep, I should be good now.
Nice.
Either way, it'll be a few days before Aslan's able to get the bow, I'm sure, since she's having it custom crafted.
Were you here when I mentioned taking Death Knell, Jake?
No, I was not.
Yeah, I'm gonna have so much temporary HP now between Death's Call and Death Knell.
Yeah, you will. Holy shit.
Do they stack? Or is it just the highest negates the other?
Highest.
Yeah.
Oof. And you know what? For surviving that encounter, by the way, I'm going to give everyone 1 hero point.
Hey, I took toughness, which means my recovery checks from dying are now DC 9 plus my wounded instead, or plus whatever.
Plus your current.
Yeah, plus current dying condition.
So if I want to use my healer's tools to treat wounds on you, TJ, do I have to roll medicine check for that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
because I'm
medicine
gonna
check.
go ahead and do that.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes. The DC is usually 15, but GM can adjust, of course.
Right. Yeah. Think. Because I'm trying to think. I would say just because you're still kind of out in the middle of the road and not like at a proper, like indoor place that's really kind of quiet and able to properly apply stitches and whatnot, does not succeed on that check. But I will let you try again, of course, whenever you guys are effectively whenever you
Can I make a medicine roll to aid?
Sure. I'd allow that. Okay, never mind. That's clearly an aid. That's I believe a plus 1. No,
But that would be a plus 2 to aid
because
because
it's a
it was
crit.
critical.
Yep. So plus 2. So yeah. So that's a 16. And
So yeah, if that's just a regular success, then I get 2d8 hit points and wounded is removed.
hey, roll your 2d8.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
What can you say except
Right.
Although I would have liked that 20 back when the Minotaur was fleeing for his
For real.
life. But
Also, yeah, so that's 2d8 Zendros.
Oh, my bad.
You're good.
I'm gonna have to figure out.
Nice.
Hey, not bad.
I'm not really seeing much.
Lorenz is healed for 13. Removes the wounded, and is in general in much better spirits, presumably.
Spirits, no. Physical health, yes.
the spirits are in the wagon.
No, the spirits are much elsewhere right now.
Is that might be some other types of spirits around Zendros, but wait, we want to talk about that.
Ooh, spooky.
Woo!
Ghost.
Booga booga booga.
I was thinking it. So, guys are welcomed now with much more open arms into Gugrait. And as you approach, as you enter the city, in through the walls of the city, it becomes much more lively in a less afraid for their lives way, and more for general revelry. The city, as has been mentioned multiple times now, is in the middle of a festival. There's very, very colorful banners, hanging from buildings or just on rooftops. Making it a little hard to kind of see into the sky, even just from how colorful and how numerous they are. Everyone either people that aren't from the city bringing their own kind of banners from their region, their clan, or what have you, and then locals showing support for either heritage, friends, family, just in general coming together. Yes. From the western part of the city, you guys are able to see the airship docking tower deeper into the city. And fairly quickly, you guys come across a kind of a flea market bazaar type area. As the smells of local and foreign foods fill your nostrils, and just everything around you is suddenly very colorful and very rich in smell, and everyone very happy around you. What will you do?
Food
Excellent question.
sounds like a great idea, first and foremost, and a chance to sit and breathe.
Dave, if you were talking, by the way, you're muted. So you're...
Thank you.
Yep, you were lit up, but you did not come through. Sorry to interrupt.
No, food and rest.
Yes, I would very much like the chance to do that.
I'm still bleeding a little bit.
Just rub some
You know-
dirt on it. You'll be fine.
There is no
Big
dirt,
hole.
it's all sand!
It's coarse and rough, and it gets
Shut!
everywhere.
No. No. Bad.
Don't like that.
Alright, so looking for food and a place to stay. Well, as previously mentioned, obviously you did have kind of wandered into a market area. So food is fairly easy to find. Generally, fairly easy to find a food stall. Are you looking for anything specific, or just go to the first thing you see?
No specifics.
Okay.
Kebab, please.
Kebab. You're able to find a kebab stand fairly quickly. Hello, friend. You look like a very discerning patron. When you have come to Shabab's Kebabs. That is a name.
It sure is.
It
It is
sounds
indeed.
like a RuneScape NPC.
It do.
I am Shabab. These are my kebabs. How many would you like?
I'll start counting on my fingers. Hold up 10.
10. Oh, and he kind of starts actually like cooking the kebabs right in front of you, effectively, like doing the roadside thing. Gets you 10. That would be 10 gold.
I will hand him a platinum then.
Oh, he kind of bites it real quick. Just, aha! Well then, and then he gets to cooking and whatnot before eventually handing you 10 kebab sticks.
So there are 3 extra, but I got us some food.
Yeah.
Everyone
Those are very
gets.
expensive kebabs.
I mean, it's festival prices. What do you expect?
Yeah, Maha is just sighs a bit, but is just like, I wish I could say it was surprising, but I've been around enough to know that's the norm.
And as you wander, give me either perception or give me society checks as you look and try to find an inn or tavern that is not booked.
All of us.
Yes, all of anyone that's looking, basically. So
Aslan is not particularly looking.
that's fair. That's fair. As with Aslan not looking, and everyone else kind of going along, many people are able to find many inns. However, none of them have vacancies until Lorenz manages to having something of a history with this particular field of interest. Manages to bring you all to a fairly well maintained tavern or inn tavern kind of thing. About 4 stories tall. And the sign out front identifies it as the Dancing Crab.
The secret is to find the place that is slightly run down, but not run down enough that it has vacancies due to the beds giving you
Dancing crabs.
worse, possibly. More like burning crabs.
Fuck.
We shall refer to it simply as a strange sensation when you attempt to pee, and we will move on from there.
Tiny fire elementals.
Wait, that's not an all the time thing?
Oh no.
Yeah, genuinely tossing a concerned look Thefts way before we step in.
Oh no.
Do you need to see a doc about that?
I mean, probably not.
Probably not.
Let me rephrase that. You should see a doc about that.
Probably not.
And as you step into the Dancing Crab, you look around it is a fairly well lit tavern. Despite Lorenz's attempts, actually, this place, it looks like it's seen worse days. I think would be the best way to put it.
Yeah.
And
That's what I was saying, man.
It's definitely it seems you get the impression that it's one of those places that used to not have a good reputation, but has either through new management or someone just finally getting tired of losing money every month, kind of really started putting effort into making the place look better. As you step in, there are quite a few people of all walks of life around tables, and fairly. While there is a fireplace in the corner, there is not a fire going at the moment. As frankly, you don't necessarily know the temperature outside, but it would be easily upper 80s, upper 90s.
It's too goddamn hot.
It is, however, a dry heat. but it is very hot outside. And as you step in, it's a little cooler inside just because lack of direct sunlight. But it's still quite warm inside, so they're not putting a fire on effectively. As you step up to the counter, out of the back room, a woman walks out into the main room behind the counter. Complete skin completely devoid of color, just pure white. With fairly solid, almost neon colored green eyes. With just wearing some of the brightest mishmash of colors on clothing you've ever seen, frankly. Very, simple work shirt, work trousers, boots kind of thing. Pure white hair tied up in a bun behind her, and she, marvelous. Again, how can I help? Are you looking for a room?
It's still a bit early in the day, isn't it, by the way? We showed up kind of early.
Yeah, I'd say it took you till about noon to find this place.
Okay. Yes, seeing as the festival is going on, we figured it's prudent to get some rooms before the night strikes.
Rux, not now. Sorry, continue.
That was it.
Well, and she kind of 6 of you then. We have one room that what kind of breakdown would you like for rooms? We have
Whatever works.
one of the okay. I've got 2 rooms. One has 4 single beds. One has 2 larger beds. Would that work?
And look over to the party, giving a not bad face at that too.
Take it.
It would work.
Excellent. Let me take. And then she kind of pulls out a ledger. Just kind of.
Can we pay by the night? I see. I'm gonna put, because it's 10 for 10 on 10 for 1 on each of the currencies, correct? So I'll put 20 silver on the counter to pay off 2 gold.
I'll put the other put 2 gold on the counter. That just leaves 8 silver left.
Sorry, I was doing some math. I'll chip in. Yeah, just the full 8. It's 8 silver.
Of course. Thank you. Shall we unload and be about the city then?
Still bleeding.
Minorly.
I mean, still
I wonder
On
what
the
that's
floor?
like.
unpleasant.
I'll take one of the beds in the 4-bedroom.
Same.
I'll take one of them in the 2-bed.
Maha taking one of the bigger beds is just beautiful to me.
Honestly, Fef can just sleep under a bed.
You don't have to though.
I got a bedroll.
You don't have to sleep in a bedroll though. We have enough beds for everybody.
Yeah, it's 4 beds in one room and 2 bigger beds in the other.
Aslan will take one of the smaller beds.
Not it.
I'll just take whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Just
Somebody make a choice, god damn it.
God damn it.
Well, Mahajapit doesn't want to sleep with Zendros because of the screaming, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there
I mean,
you go.
that's that.
And Fef gets a big bed.
Huzzah.
I had forgotten entirely about the please don't make me sleep with him, the screams.
I don't think that was really.
Indeed.
I don't remember that being anything that Maha said or did.
Was that Maha or was that Fef?
Someone said it. I don't know who said it, but someone did say it.
I definitely don't remember doing that.
Well,
I remember
it
when
certainly wasn't
like,
Aslan because she didn't care.
Yeah, Maha was in the room and kind of like jolted awake, although still like half asleep. And as soon as Sendros had calmed down, he just kind of plopped right back to sleep.
Like I think it might have actually been Fef. Right, don't matter.
Right.
Bertanananda Deluski. It don't matter. None of this matters.
Also, since Pax is still bleeding while we're getting settled in, maybe Zendros can do it. Another.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. Proficiencies. There it is.
Nope. Thank you.
Okay.
It is.
Huzzah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got the whole day to ourselves.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're still trying to deliver this thing, but I feel far less pressure now that that Minotaur's dead.
That do help.
That does help, but the fact that the airship is still around and was ready and waiting is still concerning.
Yeah, but they left.
For now.
I mean, it's a big ass city. It's in the middle of a summer festival. We can see what sort of goods, supplies, and otherwise we can scout out within the city.
There
We
was
know where.
the captain mentioned the arena event as part of the festival.
Thank you. I'm out of character. Half health. No, thank you.
Speaking of the captain, am I mistaken, or did he seem uncomfortable when I gave him his knife back?
He was a little. Sorry, one sec. He was a little unsettled by the way you removed the Minotaur's horns. He seems to think you are incredibly intense.
Not
But not want good materials to go to waste. Besides, that Minotaur was a affront to the Spater. I will make an example of him.
It was not my complaining. I just explained.
I just saw TJ tip his head back to drink his nos, and Dan near lost his headphones.
Oh my god.
I have to tip my head back really far. I've also only got one headphone on, technically, so.
That's fair.
Speaking of the horns, I will need to find somebody to put them to good use in a bow.
So Aslan obviously going to be for a craftsman or craftswoman of some kind. Give me a society check.
Actually, but an armorer more than a bowyer.
Also give me a society. Okay. We'll do Aslan first. Aslan. It takes about, especially with how busy things are, 2 or 3 hours to kind of finally find more of a bowyer type craftsperson. You managed to find before this many different craftsmen for other things, but it took you a little while to find a proper bowyer. And as you approach, excuse me, a kind of a tanned, fairly muscular-looking elf kind of looks up, and as you kind of enter into, it's almost like a pop-up tent in a way, just a big one, set between two proper like wood and stone buildings, and he just kind of looks up, just, "Hey, friend, how can I help you?"
I would like a more sturdy bow created.
Ah, I get
One with a little more draw strength.
that.
And she'll put the Minotaur horns down on the counter. I would like these to be a part of the bow.
And he kind of picks one up, just kind of looking at it. Well then, where did you acquire these? My are tink 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 strong as shit.
Minotaur.
Oh. Okay.
Is it not suitable?
It is very suitable. Just not a problem. And he kind of takes a look at it. What? Give me. Give me 3 days. And check back. I cannot guarantee that it will be done then, but at the very least, I'll have progress for you, proper estimate on time, and a cost estimate. I've, in truth, never actually worked with Horn before. That being said, like a down payment, you do not mind.
Put a platinum coin down on the. And it's 20 gold for a composite longbow, so that would be
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah.
about half the cost.
Yep. That's actually he's like, are you a mind reader?
Some have claimed that I might be.
Fucking terrifying. All right, I will talk to you.
Shit.
Are you? I do have one further question.
Yes.
Are you capable at inscribing runes, or would I have to find other person to do that?
Well, since I am starting it from the beginning, I would be. I have a friend that I could pull in to assist me with that.
A little extra potency would be appreciated.
I can do this for you. And he kind of nods and just kind of takes the horns, kind of make very good daggers. But bow, yes, bow. He kind of nods. I will see you again in 3 days. For a proper estimation of time.
Very well.
That he nods, kind of dusts off his hands, and then immediately picks up the horns and gets back to heads back into the back part of the tent to just begin working effectively. So that is 10 gold from you. And then, yep, okay. Lorenz, it takes you a little bit longer to find a armor. However, you do eventually find a one that, from what you can gather, has a fairly reputable reputation. As you walk in, a dwarf actually looks up from an anvil, just
I've been in search of a armorer, and you seem quite capable.
and then from around the that bellows that you hadn't seen, Kobold actually comes around, just hi, we can help for sure. What do you need?
I looked at the kobold then. I was hoping for a well, something you don't get requested very often, I'm sure. A set of proper plate, full set.
Full set of plate. We can do that. We can do that for sure. Dwarf kind of nods, and you could tell he's a little okay. How armor do you want? But sorry, would you like anything special with you?
No, actually, I am ashamed to say it, but I am very not well in the way of coin as of current. I have produced two platinum, but in effort of exchange, I would like to. And actually, he reaches down and kind of puts a finger through a couple of the holes that have been punched through the scale mail at this point. This is likely best suited as recyclable material. And I am actually a fairly accomplished craftsman. I can put my own elbow grease into the work.
Dwarf kind of nods, and the kobold kind of reaches out. Would you mind if I take a look at the scale mill?
Just taking off unbuckling and breaking it down, basically, and handing him the scale mill.
Right, and he kind of takes it and brings it over to the dwarf, who just kind of runs his hands over it. Just
Mind.
yes.
Sorry, I just noticed. My apologies.
And the kobold just, I tend to be the eyes, and he tends to be the hands, assisting where I can. And the dwarf kind of, whatever you have done with this is you have fucked this up.
Many orcs.
And he kind of, the kobold kind of takes it and just, yeah, we could probably use it for scraps for something else.
Yes.
And kind of, what? We could probably make you something. You said 2 platinum you had,
Mm-hmm.
and you want full plate armor.
And I'm willing to trade labor in case of currency as well.
And kind of nods. Okay. Take us a little while, obviously. Give us about a week, give or take. Being said, we will let you keep the armor if you want. While we are crafting the your new armor. Not going to make you wander around defenseless.
Appreciate that.
And he kind of hands it back to you. Although, admittedly, actually, and he takes it back. Let me buff this out for you real quick.
Be a treasure.
Haha! That's what my mom always said. And he kind of heads over to another anvil kind of nearby where the dwarf is working, and just kind of starts doing what he can to kind of buff out the scraps and whatnot. Just flat on coin. I'm amazed, honestly. Have you thought about going and fighting in the arena?
But recent run-ins have put me in a poorly way, and I am beginning to believe my training may be lacking. I may need a bit of shoring up.
Fair. That's fair. Orcs are rough. I'll say that. Most people, honestly, would go into the arena just going after the money prize. Tink, tink, tink.
It can be made.
First prize this year is 1,000 gold. I believe it's 500 gold for second place and 250 for third.
When is it held?
Let's see. Typically towards the end of the festival, so I'd say, oh god, and then the dwarf it's in 9 days. Adventuring parties against various monsters and critters and whatnot.
I will consider it.
And the kobold kind of brings you back your scale mail. I mean, it's still a little, it's scratched and whatnot, but it is now sans holes.
And it's also less covered in my dried blood.
Yes. Yeah. So, and want to use platinum? Take that as a down payment. If you give us a scale mail, we'll knock 5 gold off overall price, which would give you 5 gold left. Or whenever we're done.
Come up with 5 gold in a week.
Excellent. And of course, no offense about not wanting to take your help. It's just we have a very
you have a system, I understand. Yes.
Yes. No offense, of course. Yeah. So, have fun. Don't enjoy the festivities. And we'll see you again in about a week. You kind of.
Good evening. Good day, Sir Dwarf. Goodbye, Sir Kobold.
Oh, I'm Pax. This is name is Drumgit.
Pax, you say? I have a companion named Pax.
Really? Oh, what a small world.
He is a. It's quite a disparity I'm experiencing now.
Are we anything alike?
By intention, not by attitude.
Ah. They kind of, they start to get to work on, pulling stuff out, and you could tell that just by how they're going about it, they're not just going to be like changing how an already existing set. They're actually going through the process of actually making a fresh suit, effectively. Rest of the party, what are you guys up to?
I am going to attempt something here. Hold on. I would like to attempt to earn income.
Okay.
Off of crafting, which
Okay.
I am trained in. So I believe you set the...
Yes, I set the DC in private.
Yep. And I just roll for it and see what I get.
Okay, what kind of
And then
crafting
there's
are
a-
you doing?
What?
What kind of crafting are you doing?
Really basic woodwork, like carving trinkets and toys for kids or tourists.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Give me a crafting.
All right, never mind.
You make about 2 copper pieces.
Take it.
The toys aren't necessarily the highest quality.
I'm not selling them for a lot either. I know my limits.
That's fair. Okay. So and yeah, all right, and especially considering it's on short notice for the afternoon. So
Yeah.
what about you? The rest of you three, what are you guys doing? Beth, Zindros, and Ahajapit.
I still have extra kebabs and I need to save money for a thing, so I'm just sort of hanging out.
Okay. Hanging out at kind of the inn
Yeah.
at the Dancing Crab.
I already have a bunch of booze in a fucking little keg in our wagon, so.
Oh, that's right. Where did we end up stashing the horses and wagon and all that? Did I just zone out for that, or was that
No, we haven't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah, I kind of hand waved it that you guys have them like kind of stashed next to the
stable
the inn.
over? Yeah. Okay.
I would also like to hang out at the inn, but I would specifically be hanging out there to kind of eavesdrop and like keep an eye on anybody that looks interesting, for lack of a better way to put it, coming in.
Okay.
Seeing what I can hear, what I can find out.
A perception check.
Alright. Let me. There we go.
Bad. Okay. You find, just general kind of journal speaking. There is talk of the war effort down to the south. A lot of people kind of not a lot of people seem to have, been touched by the war in some way, whether it be they've a family member has been sent down south, or general a neighbor, friend, something like that. The reputation is just kind of hoping that the war doesn't come this far north. But and people being generally glad for the festival around this time of year, just because it helps people forget.
Right.
You do hear more mention of the arena. You also hear of the the general prize pool. That being third place being 250 gold, second place being 500, and first place being 1,000 gold pieces.
All right.
But other than that, it's a lot of people are very curious about what creatures they got for the arena this year. Seems that they never quite stay the same. So a part of the draw obviously is, of course, getting to see adventuring groups kind of fight these beasts. Whereas the other draw is just seeing what kind of beasts the Beastmasters managed to actually acquire for the arena.
Okay. Well, after kind of being content with what he's heard, what he's seen, he's going to go back to looking over studying his notes, studying his books.
Okay. And Fef, you're just kind of chilling, eating your kebab, hanging out,
Drinking my booze.
drinking booze.
Let's see. I think for Maha, I think I'm gonna try and get to a tailor or a clothier of some sort.
Okay. Give a society check.
We do live in one, don't we?
You currently reside in the society.
Fuck.
Luckily,
Spare
you
hero
can.
point.
Luckily, you can. Shut.
That's...
Luckily, you do actually manage.
Got a hero point for that drip.
Luckily, you're given the festival and the city, you're able to throw a rock and find a clothier. Let's see. You walk into you find a fairly nice one actually. The glass facade in the front. You walk in, and there's just
Oh no.
there's a cat folk in the corner playing the piano. You walk in, just, and a very regal looking human walks up. Ah, yes. How can I help you, Mr.
Maha. He sort of pauses, like he was going to say the full name, but just stops at Maha. Maha. Maha's fine.
Mr. Maha? Welcome.
Thank you for the warm welcome. I was hoping to find a bit of some new outfits. Like the clothes that Ma's been wearing are fairly high quality, but obviously the time on the road has not been kind to them.
Yes, I can tell. You look as though you've made your way through the desert on a horse.
How many references are you going to hit me with?
It may or may not have a name. Oh shit.
God fucking damn it.
Ha.
But I was just like, I've not exactly had the easiest time out there, but I could use something to replace this if we ever need if my companions and I ever need to get to more proper company, but also something that will be a little more suited to the time on the road we've been spending.
Ah, yes, a proper traveler's outfit. and potentially something for finer society. Yes, we can do both. Seem to be an upstanding gentleman. It requires the finest taste of traveling clothes. Come, 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 come. And he kind of pulls a measuring tape out from around his neck. Step into my fitting chamber.
Just strolls on in.
And he pulls out a dagger and shit. No.
Deserved. I mean, what?
Dagger.
Yeah, it's not a dagger.
Fuck.
No,
That's a penis!
I have a 6.3-inch penis. No, kind of takes your measurements, and tell me, what brings you to our fine? I almost asked a silly question. Of course, the festival brings you here. Have you been enjoying the festival in your time here?
We are actually freshly arrived. We've not gotten the most ample opportunity to take part, but
Ah,
it is certainly within the plans as we catch our breath from our time out.
well, it certainly looks like you've been through quite a bit. And he kind of nods to all the fucked up shit that has happened to your clothes by this point.
Yeah, just kind of like actually just entirely mentally, like just kind of telepathically to Glinter. He's like, he has no idea.
No, he does not. Ah, well. It is not his place to know.
It's for the best.
Wise. So, tell me, you would be... what colors would you like your outfit?
Hmm.
Might I recommend lighter colors as they do help reflect the desert sun, that do keep you a little bit cooler. Unless, of course, you'll be traveling by night.
We've not exactly had the most luck with our nighttime travel, so something light would probably work. I've always been a bit more on the side of blues, but how about maybe for the traveling clothes go with some greens and tans.
greens and tans, yes. Right. Okay. And kind of takes your sizes and whatnot, writes them down on a notepad. Just let's see. All told, see if I can make your outfits for a simple 3 gold, 5 silver.
That seems more than reasonable enough.
Wonderful.
Actually, pulled out 4 gold because I actually don't have any silver on me.
Ah,
So
wonderful.
yeah, just 4 gold.
So that's for the additional cost. I'll be sure to put a rush on it. Have them ready in 2 days' time.
Perfect. Thank you so much,
Of
Mr.
course, Mr. Maha. He gives a nice, deep, flourishing bow. Ah, you may call me Victor.
You cut out a little bit there.
No, I did not. I was gonna keep going, and I was like, no, that's fine. It's fine.
No, like it legit for on my end cut out in the middle of you saying the name.
Ah, I am Victor.
Very well, Victor. I will see you in 2 days' time.
Ah, yes. Have a wonderful time at the festival, Mr. Maha.
Certainly do my best.
Blue. All right. Anyone else?
I'm assuming while I was out doing my earn income, I've heard people talking about the arena as well, just as standard gossip.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the sun begins to fall, darkness begins to to come to Gugrait, and you all kind of come back to the Dancing Crab and gather up for your dinner. Sharing your stories of the day, whatnot. That feel free to. Or don't, I suppose.
Wah, wah, wah. No, hold on. I was just looking at something.
This seems to be the most civilized place we have been since our incident.
It's quite nice.
Don't mind the change of pace, and hopefully it stays this way. I've had enough surprises for a while.
Oh, I wouldn't count on it, my friend.
I know. Just trying to keep optimistic.
Nothing wrong with that, I suppose.
But while we've all got time here, I don't suppose anybody has any ideas for how to pass the time now that we've all got things that we're waiting on.
Just gonna hold up the glass, hold up the kebab.
Actually has the point we could enjoy the festivities. So I would like to perhaps address these rumors consistent of the tournament occurring in 9 days.
Tournament are you speaking of?
There is a tournament as held as part of the end of the festivities. Adventurers against monsters and otherwise gathered by local beastmaster. Um, the the money price is no small amount of coin. 1,000 gold for first place, 500 for second.
Oh.
Well, I suppose our coffers are getting a bit dry with all the purchasing we have been doing.
I am indeed
Oh.
in debt.
We've been in this town for how long and you're already in debt?
I'm excruciatingly poor. And full plate armor does not come cheaply.
Ma just like holds up a not completely scrawny arm, but sort of scrawny. Just like I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yes, I have had quite enough of orcs punching daggers through the scale mail.
Well, can certainly see how the plate would help you with that, though. Ma just kind of rubs a bit at where he had that one bleeding wound from when Glinthatook took a stab and said, "I don't think the armor would do all too much for me, considering circumstances."
No, unfortunately. Unless you could armor the dragon. So I think that would just serve to piss him off.
The logistics of that are also the not the most ideal.
This is a subject that fascinates me. He is real, tangible enough to you, but is he corporeal to the material plane, or is his existence here bound to yours? Like starts busting out the real scholarly shit.
Ma just like holds up a hand to slow him down. It's just as far as I've been able to gather, he normally only exists as an essence within the astral plane, but through a connection via my body is able to materialize here. It's... I wish I understood it better myself, but considering that this even happening in the first place was not by design,
Of course.
I'm still working that out as we go.
Yeah, I understand.
Whether he's aware of what exactly it is and is kept tight-lipped about it, or if he's also in the dark, I can't be certain, though he's seemed genuine enough about not knowing what exactly has happened.
I see. Well, in the interest of this group's sense of pragmatism, and actually giving a nod towards Aslan when he says that, it is useful all the same.
Speaking of pragmatism, we may wish to find something to supplement our income over the next several days.
We're affording the inn room per night.
That is going to be adding up quite a bit, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I can cover the next 2 nights for everybody without issue, since I have not had as many needs for purchasing, nor have I contributed in the previous locations.
Well, I would very much appreciate that, Aslan.
Thank you. Much time.
Just the low monotone voice still gets me every fucking time.
Ah, Hex, I actually met somebody with your name.
Oh,
Yes, I believe the word would be sprightly kobold armorer, assistant to a blind dwarf.
huh.
That was actually about his reaction to. Maybe you are more similar than I gave credit for.
Was he nice?
Quite, actually, just more energetic than you are.
Good. Maybe I'll meet him.
You may. For now, I will be happy to be in a city with city people and city business.
We we should spend some time trying to figure out if we can get an airship to Auhax from here.
That is an important order of business, yes.
Well, I just kind of like shudders a little bit. It's like, considering there was an airship that was about to pick up that Minotaur, and what happened the last time we were on one, you'll forgive me if I'm a little hesitant.
Understandable. But the desert sucks. And I don't want to walk through it anymore.
Believe me, I am with you on that, but I'd also not like to chance a second crash after what we've seen happen. Actually, the airship that was coming to pick up the Minotaur, were we able to recognize it as being the same airship
Yes.
that knocked us out? Okay. Okay, yeah, that. Yeah, Maha's very much against going for an airship then.
Well, it seems we do have some time to decide on how we want to proceed. If we wish to participate in this arena affair, we will be here for some time anyway.
On that idea, how exactly does that tournament work anyway? If it's supposed to be the adventurers pitted against the beasts, how do they decide on placing for the final rankings and prizes?
Worst case scenario, survival.
That
Not encouraging.
I did
I
refer to
suppose
it
we
as.
will have to
the-
ask them.
But yes, this is true. I did not ask, so I do not know.
No.
The people in the street seem generally excited. Don't think they would have been that happy if adventurers were dying constantly.
Eh,
Some people
True.
appreciate the good blood sport.
You'd be surprised how some people get their kicks.
quite surprised.
Probably.
Every time Cam speaks of Max's voice change just breaks a little.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I may not know much about how others get their kicks, as you say. But I know how I give mine if they do not, if I do not appreciate how they get theirs.
And you see the the fetchling that greeted, kind of going around the room, giving people food. Obviously, there's other staff as well. It's not just her, but she is going around and bringing you guys dinner as well, of course, after getting your order. It's a somewhat limited menu, but it's fairly well made. Almost reminds you of home, actually, Lorenz.
I was actually just about to ask, how does it rate up against Mama's cooking?
I mean, against Mama's cooking, like, no. But against, when one of your sisters cook, like...
I only got the one sister. I've got two brothers.
That's right. Right, I was trying to remember off the top of my head because I have it in my notes, but I was like, no. But like when your sister cooks, definitely, up there.
Okay.
Did we get her name?
The fetchling? No,
Yes.
you did not ask.
Okay. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, how can I help you?
Do people die in the arena for the festival?
Not for very long. If they do.
I'm sorry?
They keep clerical staff on hand in case an unfortunate accident does occur.
Called it.
Good to know. Comforting.
Generally, of course, the Beastmasters are on hand to also stop the fight should it's too unfortunate. But of course, when there is an accident that occurs, as has happened in the past, though not often, generally there are clerics on hand to assist in revival purposes. I just jumped through like 5 different NPC accents. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm just taking it as that's the exact accent of this region of the world.
Yeah.
Perfectly accurate.
Yeah, except I can't stick to just one.
Yeah, which means that's the accent. I mean, so many travelers have run through here. They're in the middle of a great big trading festival. Yeah,
It all just blends together.
yeah. You hear so many
Like, don't tell me that you've never had moments where you're just sitting there just talking with someone that has an accent and a little bit of it slips into your own speaking.
Oh, all the time. Literally all the time.
Well, yeah, that's what's happened here. It's just on a permanent basis now.
Because so many, like,
That is the regional dialect, is everybody else's way of speaking.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Even in olden times, it was referred to as the traveler's dialect.
Yeah. But yes, there is occasionally the unfortunate accident, but for the most part, if it does happen, the person is able to walk away afterwards. It just might take a few hours for them to get back up.
Suppose that's encouraging enough.
I have heard a rumor. Kind of leans in conspiratorially. I've heard that they might have acquired a basilisk this.
Basilisk.
Oh yes. Of course, I don't know that for sure myself, but very curious.
Thank you for the information.
Of course. Here are your drinks.
Well, if there's a bit less risk of permanent injury and/or death, that might be a decent way to try and get us some coin. Help us pay for the voyage and not be so strapped.
I'm in.
Sorry, just every time Pax speaks, it's funny to me.
That makes me happy.
Fuck.
Well,
Perhaps we should ask if there are any guidelines we need to be aware of.
true, true.
We do not know how they might react to your green angry friend.
I mean, if this is all meant for a bit of entertainment, I figure that would just add to the spectacle. It's not every day that you get to see a drag. Well, most people, I get to see him about every day, but that's semantics.
Aha, you need to stop being such a yunt.
I am not one to trust what people may or may not find acceptable.
All the same, we've got time to figure it out.
So no one can see it right now, but I just turned on the ceiling fan, and Artemis stood in the hallway, and literally her whole body rotated as she tried to watch it spin. So I'm literally just sitting here, watching her sit there, going,
Oh my god, cats are fucking adorable.
right? Well then, I do believe since plans are made to fight in the arena, whenever it comes, I'll say this. Let's see. We will say that you guys are able to, through various means of acquiring income, of earning income, you guys are able to, overall, at the very least, cover your inn fees for the week. For the time, I should say. Azalin, you are able to pick up your bow. Actually, because if we're going to be doing the arena fight, I will say that's going to go on a while. Arena fights, I should say. We'll do that next week. Is where we'll start there. But that being said, just kind of cutting down chaff, as it were.
Right.
You guys are able to make your in payments. Maha, when in the next few days, you are able to go to your clothier, and you get yourself a 2 sets of clothing, 1 explorer set and 1
Fine clothing.
yes, fine instead of fine clothing.
Okay. Good.
Azalin, when you arrive to the bowyer, the elf smiles to you and presents you with a composite longbow made out of the Minotaur horns. It is fairly difficult to actually pull, but because obviously you are you're able to get it fairly easily. Well, you're fair well enough. And you have purchased a composite longbow with a +1 potency rune. I can modify in your inventory.
I got it.
Oh, perfect. Then a few days later, Lorenz, you're able to pick up your armor. Trading in your scale mail, obviously.
Yep.
Get your full plate. No runes on it, as I recall. You are able to no issues without any real issues. You guys all get your upgrades fairly easily. If anyone else who hasn't gotten anything yet would like to, let me know. We'll call the session here for this week, I would say.
Okay.
And then next week, we'll be kind of getting into the arena, registering for the arena and whatnot, and kind of getting into that, because that'll be probably a fairly long section. So, probably best to do that at the start of a session.
Yeah.
All right. Agree with that.
Well done, everyone. You survived the encounter at the gates of Gugrait. Have begun to get yourselves immersed into the city. If there's anything that you guys are kind of would like to go over throughout the days leading up to the arena, just hit me up between sessions. And we'll pick up again after about 3 days out from the actual beginning of the arena.
Is it possible to replace the tokens that we use?
Yes.
Because now that I've got the proper armor,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just take me up with the picture you'd like me to use.
It's the one in my character sheet.
Oh, you just want to use the character sheet picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, now that I'm in the properly corresponding armor.
Here. Oh, right. No, I'll have to actually. Okay. No, I'll have that set up for you next week. Before next week. Cool. So, with that being said, good session, everyone.
Hell yeah.
To the stream chat, thank you for hanging out with us. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Doing a test roll to make sure everything looked good.
That's fair.
Making sure I've got everything figured out on my increases and all.
Right.
I think I do.
And
Remember,
I will see people on the stream tomorrow, obviously, for the Metro City Boys podcast. I'll try and stream some Yakuza 0 tomorrow in the day. We'll see how my day goes. That being said, have a wonderful evening, and as always, stay good, neighborhood. See you guys soon.